Picture this, right? Imagine a scene that could be straight out of a classic British pub story. It's a typical Friday night, the kind where the air is thick with the smell of beer and the sound of laughter, the kind of night where anything could happen. Two blokes walk into a bar. Not just any bar, mind you, but one of those cozy, dimly lit places where the regulars know each other by name and the bartender has your drink ready before you even sit down. One's a peacock, feathers all bright and strutting about. He's got that swagger, you know? The kind that turns heads and makes people take notice. His confidence is almost tangible, like he's wrapped himself in an invisible cloak of self-assurance. The other's a pigeon, pecking at the floor, trying to blend in with the spilled beer stains. He's the kind of guy who'd rather be invisible, who shuffles his feet and avoids eye contact, hoping no one will notice him. Who do you think gets noticed? It's a no-brainer, right? The peacock, with his vibrant display, naturally draws the eye. People are drawn to confidence like moths to a flame. Who's got a better shot with the ladies? It's the peacock, of course. He's the one who walks up to a group of women and starts a conversation without breaking a sweat. His confidence is magnetic, pulling people into his orbit. It's not always about looks, is it? It's the bloody confidence. You see, confidence is like a superpower. It can make an average-looking bloke seem like a movie star. It's the way he carries himself, the way he talks, the way he owns the room. Like Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This ancient wisdom still holds true today. It's all about your attitude, your mindset, how you perceive yourself and how you project that perception to the world. So stop flapping about like a pigeon and channel your inner peacock, even if it's just a budgie inside. Start small, take baby steps. Confidence isn't built overnight. It's a journey, a process of self-discovery and growth. Let me tell you, I've been both. I've walked in the shoes of the pigeon and strutted in the feathers of the peacock. It's a transformation that anyone can make with a bit of effort and a lot of self-belief. Back in the day, I was more of a pigeon myself. I was the guy who'd stand in the corner nursing a pint, too scared to join in the fun. I was the one who'd mumble and fumble, feeling out of place and out of sorts. Awkward, mumbling, couldn't look a woman in the eye without blushing. It was like I had a neon sign above my head that screamed, insecure. And let me tell you, it's not a good look. It's not pretty, is it? Feeling like you're constantly under a microscope, every flaw magnified. It's exhausting, and it chips away at your self-esteem bit by bit. But then I realized something. A light bulb moment, if you will. Confidence isn't about being the best looking or the most charming. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, about accepting yourself, flaws and all. Women, they can smell fear, yeah? They can sense insecurity from a mile away. It's like a sixth sense. And when they do, it's a major turnoff. No one wants to be around someone who's constantly doubting themselves. They can sense insecurity from a mile away. It's almost like they have a radar for it. And when they pick up on it, it sends all the wrong signals. And it's not exactly a turn-on, is it? Insecurity is like a repellent. It pushes people away, makes them uncomfortable. It's the opposite of what you want to achieve. Confidence, on the other hand, that's like catnip for the ladies. It's irresistible. It draws them in, makes them want to know more about you. It's the secret ingredient that can turn a casual encounter into something more. It shows you believe in yourself, that you're comfortable in your own skin. And that kind of self-assurance is incredibly attractive. It's like a beacon that says, I'm worth your time and attention. And that, my friends, is bloody sexy. It's the kind of thing that makes people sit up and take notice. It's the difference between blending into the background and standing out in a crowd. It's about owning who you are, warts and all, embracing your imperfections and turning them into strengths. It's about being unapologetically you and not giving a toss about what anyone else thinks. It's about walking into that bar like you own the place, even if you're skint and just there for the peanuts. Because at the end of the day, confidence isn't about what you have, it's about who you are. So go on, channel your inner peacock and strut your stuff. The world is your stage. Here's the thing, fellas. We often underestimate the power of our body language. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. And more importantly, how you present yourself. Your body speaks volumes, often louder than your words. You might be thinking, Ricky, I can't just flick a switch and become confident. Confidence isn't something you can just turn on like a light. It's a process, a journey, and it takes time. But here's the good news. You can start that journey right now with small, manageable steps. And you're right, it's not always that simple. But here's a little secret. Your body language can do half the work for you. By making small adjustments to how you carry yourself, you can start to feel more confident, and others will start to see you that way too. It's like Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. This ancient wisdom holds true even today. Your thoughts and your body are deeply interconnected. When you think positively, your body reflects that positivity. Your thoughts manifest in your body. Think about it. When you're feeling down, your shoulders slump, your head hangs low. Conversely, when you're feeling good, you stand taller, you move with purpose. It's a natural response. When you're nervous, you slouch, you fidget, you avoid eye contact like it's the plague. These are all signs that you're not feeling confident. And guess what? People pick up on these signals, often subconsciously. You're basically screaming, I'm insecure, please don't look at me. This isn't the message you want to send, especially if you're trying to make a good impression, whether it's in a social setting or a professional one. Not exactly an attractive message, is it? People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence and self-assurance. It's a magnetic quality that can open doors and create opportunities. Now, when you're confident, you stand tall, you make eye contact, you smile. These simple actions can transform how others perceive you. They see someone who is self-assured, someone who is comfortable in their own skin. You radiate an aura that says, I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm not afraid to show it. This kind of energy is contagious. It makes people want to be around you, to engage with you. It's basic stuff, really. Stand up straight, like your mom always told you. Good posture isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling good too. When you stand tall, you feel more powerful, more in control. Look people in the eye. It shows you're engaged and interested. Eye contact is a powerful tool in communication. It builds trust and shows that you're confident and attentive. And for God's sake, smile. A genuine smile can break down barriers and create a connection. It's a simple gesture, but it can have a profound impact on how others perceive you. It's like a beacon of positivity, and it's infectious. When you smile, you not only make yourself feel better, but you also lift the spirits of those around you. It's a win-win situation. People are drawn to happy, confident people. They want to be around those who make them feel good, who inspire them. By projecting confidence and positivity, you attract more of the same into your life. Even a little effort can make a big difference. Start with small changes in your body language, and you'll be amazed at the results. Over time, these small changes will become habits, and those habits will transform your life. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the self-doubt monster under the bed. It's that gnawing feeling that creeps up on you when you least expect it, making you question every decision, every action, and every word that comes out of your mouth. It's like having a constant critic living rent-free in your head, always ready to pounce on your slightest mistake. We all have it, lads. It's that little voice that whispers, "Are you sure you can do this? Or what if you fail?" It's universal, affecting everyone from the most confident CEO to the everyday bloke just trying to get by. It's a shared experience, yet it feels so isolating. That nagging voice telling us we're not good enough, not funny enough, not rich enough, not whatever enough. It's like a broken record, playing the same negative tune over and over again. And the worst part, we start to believe it. We let it dictate our actions, our choices, and even our dreams. It's a right pain in the arse, isn't it? One minute you're feeling on top of the world, and the next, you're spiraling into a pit of self-loathing. It's like being on an emotional roller coaster with no end in sight. You start to question your worth, your abilities, and even your purpose. One minute you're feeling good, the next you're spiraling into a pit of self-loathing. You start to wonder if you'll ever be good enough, if you'll ever measure up to the expectations you've set for yourself, or those that others have set for you. You start comparing yourself to others, which is a mug's game. You look at your friends, your colleagues, even strangers on social media, and you think, why can't I be more like them? But here's the thing. Comparison is the thief of joy. It robs you of your happiness and leaves you feeling inadequate. He's got a better job. He's got bigger biceps. He's got more Instagram followers. But so what? These superficial metrics don't define your worth. They don't capture your unique qualities, your strengths, or your potential. Everyone has their own path, their own journey, and their own struggles. So what? We're all on our own journeys, aren't we? Each of us is walking a different path, facing different challenges, and learning different lessons. It's not a race or a competition. It's about growth, self-discovery, and becoming the best version of yourself. You start focusing on your flaws, like your receding hairline or your dad jokes that never land. You magnify these imperfections until they overshadow everything else. But here's the truth. Everyone has flaws. Everyone has things they're insecure about. Stop it. Everyone's got insecurities. It's what makes us human. It's what makes us relatable and real. Embrace your imperfections because they are a part of who you are. They don't define you. They just add to your unique story. It's what makes us human. It's what connects us to each other. When we share our vulnerabilities, we create bonds of empathy and understanding. We realize that we're not alone in our struggles, and that in itself is empowering. The trick is to not let those insecurities define you. Don't let them hold you back from pursuing your dreams or living your life to the fullest. Acknowledge them, but don't give them power over you. You are more than your insecurities. Don't give them power over you. Break free from the chains of self-doubt and step into your true potential. Believe in yourself, because you are capable of more than you realize. You have the strength, the resilience, and the courage to overcome any obstacle. It's like Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Our minds can be our own worst enemies, creating scenarios and fears that may never come to pass. Focus on the present moment and take things one step at a time. Don't let your mind be a torture chamber. Practice mindfulness, surround yourself with positive influences, and remember that you are enough just as you are. Embrace your journey with all its ups and downs and keep moving forward. So how do we silence that negative Nancy in our heads? Well, it takes a bit of effort, but it's definitely doable. Think of it like training a dog, except the dog is your brain and the treats are positive affirmations. Start by identifying your negative self-talk. What are the things you constantly criticize yourself about? Once you've identified them, challenge them. Are they really true? Or are you just being a right miserable git to yourself? Then, replace those negative thoughts with positive ones. It might feel weird at first, a bit like you're talking bollocks to yourself, but trust me, it works. Tell yourself you're awesome. Tell yourself you're capable. Tell yourself you're worthy of love and happiness. It sounds cheesy, but the more you say it, the more you start to believe it. As Buddha said, what you think, you become. So think positive, you daft bastard.